And I'm back. We're doing another draft. I thought we had a pretty good draft last time. It didn't go well. And actually, that's all right. I think that is all right. We have nothing but absolute plasma before us right now, though. Holy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that, like, the last draft is one of those. I don't think the deck fell apart so much as, you know, had two tough games that we lost. And then I think the last game I'd probably say is a misplay. But let's look at what we got. We have Venser Corpse Puppet. Lifelink Toxic 1, and whenever you proliferate, I can make my 3/3 have flying. I can make a 3/3. I mean, I think this is actually very good. I think Drown and Ichor is excellent. It's also very, very easy to splash around. I think I'm actually just going to get Venser. I think Venser is just making so many good stuffs. I also think that there's a psychological thing that can happen if you are... God, I want to run this guy so bad one day. I'm going to pick him. I keep passing him. I'm going to pick him. I think that it can also be sometimes a little bit optical illusion-y. When you have really aggro formats, often people feel like the format is harder because it feels like when you lose really, really quickly. I'm going to get this Vivisection Evangelist. There's also Contagious Vorak, which I think is probably the best one. Escaped Experiment is very, very good. Alright, we're going to do Vivisection Evangelist. Jawbone Duelist. Corner Pocket. There's also a Pestilent Siphoner, which I think is actually unbelievably important for what I'm trying to do. So this is weird. I am actually going to get the Pestilent Siphoner because this is a good way to turn on some of these other things. Jawbone Duelist is great in just a raw aggro list, but I don't think that we're going to be that if I'm trying to get these two puppies to work. We're also not seeing any signal that there's no black. Jawbone Duelist is the best card here, but I think that this card overperformed for me consistently and against me. All right, great. But yeah, no, there's I mean, I think it was like it was some MOBA I remember talking about that when the games were longer, people felt more satisfaction even when they lost because at least they got to do some good stuff. Whereas when they tried to reduce the game rate, reduce the average game length, players would be like, oh man, it was a 5-minute game and I got owned and that's it. And then they'd quit. Whereas if you had like a 25-minute game where you actually had this arc to it. So it would not surprise me if there was some data out there that said that when formats are more aggro, people feel like the format is harder even though their records are the same. God, what was that? A Chittering Skitterling. Okay, I think Chittering Skitterling is actually very good for us. What I'm observing right now is that I need to have enough toxic activators, and I also am looking for the keyword proliferate here. But I think that right now, like, we have a clear story of some defensive 3-drops. That feels good with Chittering Skitterling. We're getting past some very good black. Oh my god. Is it Geth a clock? Probably not. Probably not, man. Yeah, it's probably not the one. Yeah, I guess I get the Infectious Inquiry. It's another way to draw and to continue to grow things. Pestilent Siphoner. Yeah, I'm feeling actually quite good. It's a Mirren safe house. Did you know that I have abilities of lands and graveyards? Wow, how thrilling. How good. Okay. So, I mean, I think that saying that we are blue-black. Saying that we are blue-black, I think, is fair. And I think that we need to ensure that we have some good white mana. Good white mana. Escaped Experiment is good on the bonk. It's really good in the blue-white decks. I think this is actually an absolute plasmatic card. I don't think it's very good for us, though. Not that stopped me. I get Phyrexian Atlas as plausibly a way to get the Vivisection Evangelist cast. Oh my god, it's my favorites. Let's get the Oxida finisher. Woo! Escaped Experiment. Oh my god, yes. So things that I'm observing right now is that we don't really have a lot of good ways to defend. Escaped Experiment is not a good defensive card. It's a good offensive card because now your dudes can't kill my Escaped Experiments. Pestilent Siphoner is a good aggressive card. Right? It's just pushing through for damage, and it's a corruption enabler. We don't have a single Proliferate, which is fine right now. But what I'm observing is that I want more Chittering Skitterling type children. All right. Hard 3-color, huh? Hard 3-color, huh? Well, I think we're gonna get the White Sun's Twilight. Problem is that this is double white. Double white is fucking hard to splash. Could drop blue. Don't ever come to my channel again. Drop blue? Are you kidding me? With 2 prologues to Phyresis? I mean, come on! Black white's like, here's the thing. I think I'm gonna take this and we're gonna see what happens next. A very good card here, Thrumming Bird, right? It's very good. I mean, I literally just might not run this, and I think that that's okay. I'm going to pull these out of here just so my little curve graphic here is accurate. It says Proliferate, and it's very good with Venser. I'm going to be spending some time staring a little bit more to see if there's ways for us to generate the mana we need. Immediately look down here every single time. Oh yes, a Malcator's Watcher. I think that the Scheming Aspirant is a defensive creature that we have been looking for. I think that that is fine. Old Web. I think the best one is probably the Nimrazer Paladin, right? Atlas can help fix. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll put this idiot thing over here, and we'll get like 40 of these. These are not hard to get. Rib Skiff is fine. Put an oil. Oh, get out of here, man. Like, dude, this set has some rares that are so bad, it's hilarious. Okay. So let's just transplant there, shall we? Serum Snare. Also Experimental Augury. I actually think Serum Snare is okay. I gonna run the Aspirant's Ascent? Damn. Probably gonna get this one. A little low on creatures, broadly speaking. Oh my god, it's a defensive king, the Transplant Theorist. Meldweb Curator is a defensive card. Yeah, I don't think we're doing it. I do not think that we are doing it, nor do I think that we need to do it. Because like we poison you fast as we frickin' can. That's how we do it. Alright, well, white is back on the menu. Fuck. Man. Fuck. I mean, alright, I'll mark this. Do I even have other ETBs? I mean, I have Vivisection Evangelist. I have this one. Fuck. Come on, man. Come on, man. Alright, show me what's fucking happening here. Whisper of the Dross? Yeah, let's do that. Seems like a fair thing to do. Oh, Annoying with Affliction! Annoying with Affliction! Fuck yeah, Annoying with Affliction. Let's get a bunch of those things. Put this thing in here somehow. Anoint with Affliction! Alright, get in here. Chittering Skitterling. I mean, yeah. I mean, Whisper of the Dross is good. I really think this is not going to make the cut. I really think it is not. Oh, sorry. I thought it was one of these little tiny guys. I'm going to move some dunes out of the way. I don't need another Transplant Theorist. Vat Emergence. Or another Whisper of the Dross. Oh, God. Probably Vat Emergence, actually. Vat Emergence with the Vivisection. No, don't you pick a green card! Who programmed this? The Dross Pits. Dude, I'm not getting a single one of those, like, Terramorphic Expanses. I don't know if I run this, but I probably will talk myself into it. Alright, and a bunch of bad cards. Cool. I love mandibles. Let me tell you, there's like a lot of Phyrexia happening. Alright, let's do that stuff. Do I want this many prologues to Phyrexia? Do I really? I think I do. I think I like prologue to Phyrexia. I would have loved another Whisper of the Dross, but I just don't know how I'd be able to fit it in. I mean, frankly, it's plausible that I'm going to be running these. How many Phyrexian Atlases do I have? I mean, here's the thing. If I put this in, and then I put in 2 Phyrexian Atlases, can we make this thing work? We don't really need a Nimraiser Paladin anymore, because we're going for, like, the longest, slowest game of all time. Rather than run a Nimraiser Paladin, what we do is we run Transplant Theorist to infinitely cycle our deck. Right? I don't think I need this Infectious Inquiry when I have 4 prologues to Phyresis, right? So then we can go 1, 2, and then we can go 1, 2. So that is 17 landers, and then we're going to cut some of these 2-mana guys. I mean, it's probably this one. Because, like, White Sun's Twilight would be just an absolute killer card to run with this much cycle and the ability to reshuffle it into my deck. I think this is the right way to think about this. Do I even want Vat Emergence? No, I really don't. I really don't. I really don't want this. I want, like, everything cheap and super impactful. Four sources of white for the White Sun's Twilight and the Dune Mover. Yeah, we can make it work. Trying to run this White Sun's Twilight is probably a bad idea. But I'm gonna fucking run it. All right, well, here's what I actually think is what I might have to do. I think that's it. I think that's the play. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Yeah, and again, if you think this card is good or that card's relevant or this sort of thing, tell me the swap. Because, like, obviously Phyrexian Atlas helps us get white mana. Obviously it does that. But then, like, if you want to put another one in, what do you want to cut? I think I'm gonna do it like this. Cut Edict in this deck? Not a fucking chance in hell. Cut the Aspirant, not enough proliferation. We have two sources of proliferation, including a source of repeated proliferation. I think it's excellent. It's a 1/3 that can heal for us. It's great. My intuition is just get rid of this fucking thing. So here's what I would actually do. Just let the record show that I would not run this, and I would not run this. And I would go down to... I would keep 2 planes, since I have a Dune Mover, and these are fine. And then what I would do is I would put in a Vat Emergence here. Boop. And then probably one other defensive cheap guy. Fleshless Gladiator, probably. Maybe Meldweb Curator. That's what I would do. That's what I would actually do. Here, Lewis says, white is literally 7 mana win the game. Yeah, so let's explain a little bit why we are describing White Sun's Twilight this way. Because I think this is, like, really important to note. It is extremely hard to splash double white. The way that Malik is balanced as a game is, yes, doing multiple colors will be really, really good. But you can wind up in situations where you can't cast anything because you don't actually have the mana costs available. In the games where we get to cast White Sun's Twilight 4/7 and we just blow up their board and then we have 5 mites, yeah, we win. We absolutely super duper ultra mega win. What happens in the games where we don't win? I mean, we'll see. You will get to see here that my worry is that we just up and die. Cut Dune Mover, add an Atlas. Don't want to do that. It creates a body. So this is why we're super stacked in the 2 mana slot and we're pretty happy. Yeah, let's just do this. We're just gonna open the poll. Opening the poll. How many wins will I get? And again, I think the correct deck building decision is to pull this out, run 2 planes, a Dune Mover, and then get rid of the Phyrexia and Atlas. Put in a Vat Emergence, put another cheapo. That I think is the play. And I think it's not. I don't think it's close, actually. Yeah. I'm even a little hesitant about 2 here, but I don't think Elish gets you anything here. It is a 4/7 with Vigilance. I mean, that's insane. It also turns off every single one of our opponent's battle cries. It also triggers Vivisection Evangelist twice. So here we go. White Sun's Gamble. All right, I'm going to use the restroom real fast. Excellent. Here we go. All right, Alright, White Suns. White Suns. Yeah, and so I believe that the correct decision for this deck is cut the White Suns, Zenith or Twilight or whatever it's called. Cut it. That's the correct one. Because it's simply too hard to cast consistently. And whenever we say the phrase, too hard to cast consistently, this is barely okay. Easy, got there. Yeah, and it's very easy to over-index on, okay, let's just get to the point where we're casting it consistently. How do we get to the point where we're casting it consistently? And to do that, we're sacrificing all the other consistency of the black and the blue that's going to keep us alive until that point occurs. This is one of the reasons why we like the Chittering Skitterling. It is a solid defensive card, and why I'm running both of them. So my opponent's stuck on land, so I think that it's therefore okay for me to be thrumming birding here. Two of these and two of these are very nice walls. Blue on top. All right. Very good. So, let's actually use this moment right here as the example, where in this situation, I might win the game when I have 6 mana. With that in mind, this is why I said that I think the correct play is to cut it and to put in the proliferate things, some other early defensive cards, stuff like that. But I think this is all right. Cephalopod Sentry is the card that you need to make this work. So I am going to do this again. Amazing. Amazing. Just amazing. Just great. Just terrific. Our opponent didn't have mana, we didn't have mana. We did better with no mana. Sure, great. Dude, this deck is fucking insane. Villain's deck, I mean, Villain got mana screwed, but Villain's deck was very good. Tiger says, hey, Sean, what do you think ability, the possibility, well, maybe so what do you think about the possibility for Twitch streamers to read subscriber messages, perhaps printed out in a text file by script? Yeah, I don't have that much of a opinion on it. I think that for, like, the really mega streamers, could be potentially helpful. Well, I want to focus on doing Shoulder's Edict first. Serum Snare is going to get more value later in the game. One of the reasons why it's arguable that it's okay for us to run this White Sun Zenith is the fact that we're running 4 of these. These simple cantrips help so frickin' much. So fucking much. Alright. Dark Tiger says, I thought it would be an interesting proposal to give the popular streamers non-token creature. Good. So, while true, like, I can imagine if I'm, like, Hassan and I have, like, 1 million people tuned in and the chat is just literally just going bzzz. I mean, potentially, having something like that. But I think from a, like, just sheer business standpoint, one of the things I would be worried about Okay. Whoa. Is, you know, there's just not that many... There's just not that many people that stream on Twitch that are that size. I mean, maybe it could work. Alright, I mean, it looks like we're sort of controlling things comfortably. Let's see. I mean, I'd consider, because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dark Tiger. There's a ton of people that reach out to streamers, and, well, I mean, this is true for any celebrity, anyone in the public eye, but I'm a streamer, so I'll talk about it from a streamer's perspective. There's a lot of people that come to you and go, hey, what do you think of this idea? And when you have, and by the way, that's not what you sound like, but it is now, unfortunately. Hope you don't mind my goofy joking. There's so many people reaching out going, what do you think about this? Can you give me feedback about how it would work? That, like, literally, we have been on blanket ignore comments like this for years. Oh, this is disgusting. We've been on blanket ignore this for years. For years. And so, like, I do sound like that sometimes. You do, you fucking monster. No blocks. So, I mean, when it comes to those sorts of products, there needs to be, like, some effort put in first. Just for me to be in a position where I am like, I am therefore willing to listen to this. I'm going to go ahead and play the Aspirant. Thrumming Bird is going to bonk, just for healing purposes. So, because of that, it's very difficult for me to divorce what you're saying from, hey, Sean, what are you just broadly speaking? Think about this. Holy shit. Yeah, this is why we like the scheming aspirin. This moment right here is why. For Mirrodin. It's very hard for me to, like, divorce the practicality of the situation from, like, I can't think about it in a vacuum. I can't, it's virtually impossible for me to think about in a vacuum as a human. So I can actually bounce this and then proliferate later. This Vivisection Evangelist is nasty. Very, very nasty. So, I mean, with that in mind, I mean, if you... What? Alright, sure. With that in mind, if you were like, you know, I can imagine a number of configurations that might actually be beneficial. You know, where like you create this and then reached out to someone and said, hey, here it is. But then also, like, what's the business model of that? Or is it just something you're trying to make that's cool? Maybe it's not a business model. Maybe you're just like, hey, this could be pretty neat. And that, I would be like, yeah, I can imagine the neatness of that. So, maybe I'm walking into a combat trick, but I'm not worried about poison right now. I'm primarily worried about healths. Yeah, this is basically it. This is basically where we're at. Going to 8's fine. Alright. Is there an Alpha Strike coming up, maybe? 1, 2, 3. Not that concerned about poison counters. Elish Norn, welcome to the party, Elish Norn. So if my opponent swings out, this has Menace. Yeah, this is fine. It has Vigilance. We can swing like this. No, I can't swing like that, can I? Oh well. Got the Blade Graph Aspirant. Whoops. Whoopsie, frickin' dipsy. Oh, and fucking haste. Haha! This looks like I'm dead. Not 100%, but this does look... This looks pretty deathy. I'm not even gonna look. Mother of machines. How many prologues to Phyrexia do we have in here? We got 2 more. Hey. Couple proliferators, huh? Does anything deal any damage? So I would block these 2 bastards, and I'd probably block this bastard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey! Hell yeah. First time we count, we're alive. Love the sound of that. Love it! Alright, so I'm gonna block like here. And then we're gonna block like... This has trample. Alright, so we're gonna block here. I'm just gonna block here. And you're gonna block here, and you're gonna block here, right? No trample, no trample. And then I literally just sacrifice fucking everything here. Because then... Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Yeah, some of this shit, huh? Ooh, that's pretty thrilling and exciting. Yeah, pretty thrilling, pretty exciting. Prologue ball, corner pocket. Boom. There it is. I mean, this game, I'm just too powerful. So, Dark Tigre, that's basically the summation of my analysis, which is there's a lot of really neat things that people make for streamers that don't necessarily have to be so like, well, how can I turn this into a long-term career thing? And I think that's fine. And that's completely fine. That's completely fine. I think it's great. Never didn't have it. I never don't have it. I'm so powerful. Not having poison counters as a resource? Damn, that's good. I love that, actually. Hey, I'm thinking of going to the grocery store and getting some dinner after I stream. What should I get? What should I get? Shit. Do you have Trader Joe's? This is good. So you're going out with someone for dinner? Later this week I am. I'm gonna go out with my wife, who brought me flowers! Flowers. Ooh, Panev tamales. Let me tell you something about tamales. I eat tamales probably 5 days a week. And now that you've said it, I'm gonna go get some tamales. I really like tamales a lot. Oh god. Dude, Fleeg 08080 says, get what's on sale. I love a good deal. Dude, right? Oh my god, who doesn't just adore a good deal? So we'll probably take some damage from the rebel scum here. Still not tired of saying my wife. I love saying my wife. It's fucking awesome. Chocolate God says, you coming to Chiefs Parade tomorrow? Man, I just... Super Bowl stuff is just not... It's just really not for me, is I think what I'd say it. Sack a non-token creature. Yeah. So we'll do some healing with Venser. Ow. Well, this guy's just a literal turkey right here, man. Well, it's time for Venser to die. Time for Venser to die. So if these two were one of the cards that I had mentioned they should be replaced with, we would be in a much better situation right now. Oops, should have been that mana. Alright, we're fucked. I mean, we may have still died, but still, we'd be in a much better situation. Holy, I am dead as hell. And a bang and a bomb. Down to one. That was easy. Easy death. So this is the game that I will point to where I could have played a 2-mana creature, or my 5-mana spell would have been the other one. Because remember, those are the two replacements. And one of the best ways to analyze deck building decisions is to say, okay, if I wasn't running this Atlas and this White Sun's Twilight, what would I have run instead? I would have run a 2 or 3 drop and this 5-mana spell, and that's it. And so, in that situation, would that 2-mana creature or 3-mana creature been helpful? Yes, absolutely it would have been. We're against 69er. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. Nice. These are my favorite lands of all time. Play Disney says, I missed the set with this deck. Why stick with the 2 worst cards? Go ahead and rewind to the deck building in the stream, because that's, I mean, it's just easier for me to be like, rather than summarize, you can get all the first-hand evidence right now. Yeah, I actually am going to swing. I'm happy to trade here. Bone Picker Scourge. Good. Nope. And then we're going to play Venser. All right, we're cycling, baby. We're cycling. The scourge of bone picking is upon us. Nice. Let me do this. Now here's something interesting. When I do this, it proliferates, which also causes this to get created. Draw a card. I will decline this. Be gone, Bone Picker Scourge. Nice. Very, very cool. Actually gonna do this to just max out the mana. It's okay, we have gasoline. We have gasoline for days. Borg Leader gifting 5. A happy Tuesday to you, you beauty Borg. Let me tell you something. I am ready to give up this human body and join the Borg Leader of us all. Oh, man. So 69er currently has a 2/4 She-Old Red's Head Cleaver. And what I'm going to get to do is I'm going to get to tuck a lot of the good stuff at the bottom of the bin, thanks to the transplant theorist. Don't decry. Ossify. Ossify... I think I actually said this in the card review, that Ossify sounds exactly like one of those really terrible names for some sort of health product line. Oh, I was breaking out every single day. And then I got Ossify. Bring it on, Shield Reds. The rat. Alright. Hellish Norn. It's gonna be a bit of a slow game, but I really do need to kill Shield Red's head cleaver. Ossify is an actual medical term, so that makes some sense. Yeah, what does ossify even mean? Isn't it like turn to rock? Raska, are we fucking serious?
Embrace metal. All becomes stone.
Alright, we have Treasure Norn. I can't really swing there, huh? So this is, in a weird way, a safe attack, because you can double block. But if you double block something, then this dies.
I can taste your fear.
I can taste your fear. Os is a root for bone. Same reason why it's an osteoporosis. Man, I don't know if any of you are telling the truth or not, and I'm going to assume that some of you are lying. That's, I think, a fair assumption. Dude, there are just some bomb mythics in this set that when they pop out, you're fucked. Holy shit, dude. Pop. Shit. Should I be running 16 lands on this dumb thing? We do have 4 Phyrexia. Might actually be okay. Some sinew dancing goodness. Whiteson's off the top would be alright. What do you know? It's another chittering skitterling. Fantastic. Alright, well, the chittering skitterling is not active yet, so it's just a vanilla 1/4 right now. Okay. $16 lands might actually be alright here. 16 lands might actually be alright. We have enough mana to cast the Mega Spell. And God, we're really going to need to draw it this turn. It's going to need to be this turn. It's this turn or bust. And to the sideways land I go. It's turn or bust. Well, this is a pickle. This is a pickle. Alright, let's see here. So that makes us 3 and 2. 3 and 2. I might actually peel down one more land out of here. I'm actually gonna do the draw skull bomb. I think the draw skull bomb is kind of exactly what we want. We just want some more cycling. Cheap cycling. Yeah. Hey, have a good night, Almighty Bobina. Oh my god, look at this. Game is already working with us. I think I'm fine skull bombing now that I have 3 mana here. Really good. Old Pestilence Soifener. Zero Angel says, Day 9 16 land is very doable in Arena Best of 1 because there is a hand smoother in it. It smooths your opening hand, which is not going to be my concern. We're time to go on. I'm playing the Skitterling here. The reason I would run 17 lands is twofold. One, we're running 3 colors, so we want to make sure that we have enough sources for the things that we need. And 2... Nice. And 2, we want to be able to more consistently hit the drops that we are trying to hit. Actually, we need to just pop this right now to try to get the land, and we're just going to take damage this turn, and that's okay. So, for instance, this right here, where I didn't hit my land drop, is a demonstration of why we want 17 lands instead of 16. This has Menace, so I can't block it. Okay, so... I think we're okay. What I kind of want Villain to do is to mirror, change the equipment to the Bladegraph Aspirant here. Which is a bit of an expensive re-equip. Oh, Mirrodon. Sizer Glider is totally fine, and this going over to there is great. That is the fucking shittiest news I have heard all day. So let's do this. Yeah, I'll draw a card. We do this. Yeah, I think this is good. The Mirren Bardish that I have long thought was a trash card is feeling so scary to me right now. Sure, do that. Alright, down to 8. That's fine. Damn, there's so many equipments here. Ooh. Going on this. Going on the incisor glider. Okay, so we do this. We say, take action. Take action. And depending upon what gets cast, I'll kill the non-token. Haha. Wait to see if anything else gets applied. Alright. No damage being dealt. This is the game. How does this even work? Alright. Alright. Alright, we got to do the thing. We're thinging as hard as we can. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing some stuff. This is a little bit a huge fucking problem. Because do we just, like, die next turn? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think we fucking die. I think I think we should have not cast. Now that I'm here. I think we maybe need to wait one more turn. Boy, this couldn't have been a better example. This couldn't have been a better example. My goodness. All right, great. Shit. I think there is nothing that we can draw. I think that we are literally 100% dead. So this is perfect. This is the best possible rendition of why you shouldn't run this card. It's perfect. It's perfect. Now, if we'd waited one turn, we could have been in better shape.